So yesterday I had the wonderful opportunity of hanging out with one of my friends that I don't see often, and we were talking about how things have changed in automotive. And the discussion came up about AI agents. Dealers now understand that the whole dynamic has shifted. Their competition is beyond just their neighbor or competitor who's down the street. Customers are adopting AI agents to take out that haggling with dealers. So I use my agent as my tool to find the right car for me. Think of your agent like a matchmaker finding you a great date, but they go further than just your wish list. Think of having a real heart-to-heart conversation and talking about the hard constraints. So what do I mean when I say that? You just don't say, I want tall, dark, and handsome. You really lean into the discussion and you say, the vehicle must seat 7. It must have a specific GVW sitting at the curb because of tax purposes. Or it must be able to tow 5,000 pounds. Or it has to be able to fit into a standard 20-foot garage. So it's not just make and model anymore. You're really sitting down with your matchmaker and telling them specifically what your hard constraints are. Let's keep on with the analogy, and maybe you want your ideal date to have a certain level of intelligence. Okay, so that's like your technological space. You want level 2 autonomy, or wireless CarPlay, or a 360 camera. These are things that you are telling your agent, and that your agent is taking strict inventory and being very, very prudent about your list. How far are you willing to drive to go on this date? How far are you willing to search? What is your digital fence that you're willing to put out there? Are you just looking locally, or are you looking regionally? Are you looking nationally? So these are parameters that you put into play that your agent or fairy godmother is going to look for you. Of course, you're going to have your financial parameters. If you have a trade-in, your agent is going to take that under consideration. Did the previous owner smoke? Smoking's a deal breaker for me, but it might not be for someone else. Did the previous owner have pets? Again, your agent is there to represent you into the best ability that they can. People are really leaning in and telling their agent exactly what it is they want. And these subtle nuances all add up. So these are some of the deal breakers, qualifications, must have, needs, and caps when it comes to what it is that you're willing to do when looking for your vehicle. So now what happens? An agent takes all of this information and it runs with it. It does a dive and reviews forms to find like mechanical failures or any kind of red flag for specific models. It looks for a vehicle that is safe. It checks out what your qualifications are when it comes to a safety rating. It's looking at government databases and trying to see if there's an open recall. It looks at histories and titles. It pings Carfax or AutoCheck, or looking for any hidden defect or accidents that might be on the title. If agents look at dealership lots, that's a given. An agent looks at social. It looks at like marketplaces, Facebook, Craigslist. It is scouring all of that to find all of the qualifications that your client has shared with them. Niche communities, they like forums and sites like Cars and Bids or Bring a Trailer. They're looking and parsing through all of that. It's even taking a peek, depending on how good your agent is, Manheim or Black Book data. It's all over the place. So by the time a customer's agent is pinging a dealership for a particular vehicle, it's benchmarking that vehicle against 500 others. And it's looking at it through a lens of everything that's available out there on the internet.